Hi everyone. In today's discussion, I plan to argue in favor of a thick client approach to software architecture. However, I will briefly discuss thin clients and why I chose thick clients. Considering how innovative thin clients are, some would argue that they are an obvious choice due to their characteristics and advantages. Characteristics of thin clients include server-based computing using a remote server, storage within this remote server, and centralized servers found elsewhere. Advantages of thin clients include zero need for local IT support staff, lower costs due to minimal devices and processor management, and ease to scale within the organization. While these advantages can help an organization function more efficiently, many companies either revert back to using thick clients or choose thick clients from the beginning. This change could be because of the associated disadvantages. These disadvantages include single point of failure, consistently needing to upgrade server and processing power, resulting in increased costs, greater network latency due to multiple users connected to the server via the internet, and specific graphical limitations. Concerning single point of failure, since thin client users require a network connection to perform their duties and roles, their performance, respectively, is based on the health of the network. If the network goes down, the system goes down. If the network is slow, the work that gets done is slow. If there are too many processes and applications running on the network, the latency can be expected to be much higher. After analyzing these characteristics, advantages and disadvantages of thin clients, I will now discuss the respective traits for thick clients. Edmondson describes thick clients as devices, such as PC or laptop, that function using locally installed applications, software, hard drives, and operating systems. For example, generally, when a new employee is onboarded into a medium to large size company, the organization's IT support staff will provide the employee with a corporate laptop with pre-installed applications instead of requiring the employee to use a personal computer. This example mirrors the process that I experienced when I was onboarded into my organization. Transitioning into the characteristics and advantages of thick clients, this organization-owned laptop has allowed me to work in the office while directly connected to the network via Ethernet, being connected to Wi-Fi and VPN when the local network has dropped, being connected at home to Wi-Fi and VPN, or simply working offline, since some projects do not require being connected to the internet. An advantage of thick clients includes enhanced processing speeds and download capabilities on both the server and client sides because its functions, hardware, and software all run from within the local machine, as opposed to a central server connected to the network. Further, the load of the network can handle more users due to local processing. Since users can work offline, the load of the network could be lowered if latency grew due to users being connected via Ethernet. Finally, as opposed to thin clients, users that require greater resolution, graphical interfaces, or media editing can leverage the processing power and storage capacities of thick clients. Depending on the organization and work from home policies in place, Chismakov suggests that a disadvantage of thick clients includes frequent software updates or changes. However, if the employee brings their computer into the office and connects to the network via Ethernet at least once a week, the device should receive the necessary updates, which is good for device hygiene regardless. Other disadvantages include cost, since these thick clients eventually will run their respective warranties, or they must be replaced or maintained by the local IT support team, and potential data loss if users are not backing up their information regularly. Overall, I think that the advantages of thick clients outweigh the disadvantages, and considering how an organization could still function should the network go down, supplying increased redundancy is my final argument as to why I chose thick clients. Thank you so much. I look forward to your responses.